It would be easy to just say contract your pelvic floor. In fact, I have a 6-part series on my YouTube that takes you through progressions to isolate muscles in your pelvic floor. It would be easy to say pull your navel in, which most people use their obliques to do that, which is not good for your spine. You should be using transverse abdominis to do that. It would be easy to just say pull it in, and there's Uddiyana Bandha, the belly lock. It would be easy to say take your chin to your chest, and that's your throat lock. But why? And then maybe that helps not spill out energy. It could be, energy like that intangible thing, chi, life force, prana, something. It could be more tangible, like energy in the form of electrical signals in your nervous system, or energy in the form of oxygen in your blood. If you compress an area of your body through a contraction, blood flows away. So I squeeze my bicep and blood flows out of my bicep. I squeeze my pelvic floor, blood flows away from my pelvic floor. And with that goes all the information and intelligence and everything that's carried in the blood, and the lymph fluids if there are channels there. It is a pump of blood. So the heart is not the only means of blood moving around. There's the gravity pump, you go upside down. There's the muscular skeletal pump. As you squeeze muscles, it pushes blood away. As you release the muscle, blood flows back in. And one of the reasons why vinyasa is so potent, centripetal pump. As I move, blood flows to the extremities. There's bandha pump. So an open bandha, a closed bandha, but that's a very muscular skeletal bandha. A lot of times, I sell the shoulder therapeutics as a shoulder bandha event because people like that word. And, on a physiological or an anatomical sense, it's a co-activation of muscles around a joint. That's not how the ancients talked about it. They didn't say it's a blood pump or a co-activation of muscles or... bandha is a mudra. It's actually a bandha mudra. So it's Jalandhara bandha mudra, Uddiyana bandha mudra, Mulabandha mudra. So then when we're talking about bandha, we're talking about mudra. And so then what's a mudra? There's the old story of Socrates where there's another philosopher that didn't know. He was plagued with the question, where does knowledge come from? And so he went to his buddy Socrates and was like, where's knowledge come from? And Socrates was like, I'll show you. So he went to a plantation where there was a slave boy, and he started asking the boy questions, mathematical questions. And the boy had no mathematical training, but the kid arrived at the equation of the area of a square because Socrates kept asking him questions, not leading questions like, hey, is the area of a square the side times the edge or whatever? No, it was just through asking the right questions, the boy arrived at knowledge that was already available, right? The ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter is pi, whether you realize it or not. Just ask the right questions, what's the ratio of the circumference to the diameter, and you've learned what pi is. And so you were finding what was already there. And then I liked the word intentional. It's a gesture with your energy. This is an opinion, so this isn't fact. But it's a gesture. Where attention goes, energy flows. So where your awareness is, energy accumulates there. If your awareness is on your worries and fears and anxieties, they grow. And if your awareness is on, like you asked yesterday, how do I change my breath pattern to the emotion I want? Well, put your attention on when were you joyful? How did you breathe when you were joyful? When were you last happy? Think of a time you were happy. Anywhere, whatever you're doing. I don't need to know what you were doing. When were you happy?
Asking me?
Yeah, but you don't have to answer. Think about it. When were you happy? Any time in your life. 2 years old, yesterday, right before you arrived. How were you breathing? And you just keep putting your attention on what do you want to grow, because where attention goes, energy flows.